Welcome to this video. Today, we're going to talk about a habit that sets an ordinary person apart from the crowd. This habit is what makes some people mentally strong, while others stay trapped in confusion, fear, and insecurity their whole lives. This isn't just motivational talk. It's a warning, a direction, and a system that can completely change your thinking, habits, and future. Every day the world tries to steal your attention. Social media, useless entertainment, other people's opinions, small problems, all of this weakens your mind. You see others moving ahead and wonder why your life isn't changing. But the real reason is often the same. You've stopped learning. The truth is, a person's biggest weakness isn't poverty or failure. It's ignorance. When you don't know how to manage money, how people deceive, how to control emotions, or how to use time wisely, life teaches you harsh lessons. If you don't want to learn on your own, circumstances force you to, sometimes through loss, broken relationships, humiliation, or loneliness. Many people make the mistake of stopping learning after school. They think once they get a degree, life will automatically get easier. But the world doesn't work like that. Education isn't just about passing exams. Real learning begins when you take responsibility for your own life. The world is changing faster than ever. New technologies are emerging, new careers are forming, and old jobs are disappearing. Yet most people still live with outdated mindsets. They don't know how to communicate, lead, manage money, or handle mental pressure. So when difficulties come, they break because they never invested time in building mental strength. If you haven't learned financial literacy, debt will crush you. If you don't understand people, the wrong ones will ruin your life. If you don't acquire new skills, you'll eventually feel left behind. The scariest part? People slowly start accepting these problems as their fate. But successful people don't think like this. Top business leaders, politicians, writers, and entrepreneurs keep learning even as they age. They know learning isn't a hobby. It's a survival tool. Those who waste time on entertainment become average. Those who learn daily become extraordinary. Remember, if you don't strengthen your mind, someone else will always control you. Fear of losing your job, lack of money, society's opinions, or your own weak thinking. So learning every day isn't just a good habit. It's the path to mental freedom. When you educate yourself regularly, you develop a unique confidence. You learn to stay calm in any situation. You know not to panic when problems arise, but to find solutions. That's why some people remain steady in tough times, while others fall apart. Knowledge clears your thinking. Your language improves. Your decisions become stronger, and people start taking you seriously. People don't respect those who just shout loudly. They value those whose thinking is clear. And clear thinking comes from daily learning. Imagine two people facing the same problem. The first reads books, learns from experience, and understands new strategies. The second guesses without really understanding. Over time, who will move ahead? The one who keeps improving themselves. A daily learner spots opportunities. People want to work with them because they solve problems. They stand out in every room because of their depth. Meanwhile, most people just complain. While others waste time gossiping, wise people work on their future. That difference gradually changes lives. Those who strengthen their mind daily control their time, emotions, and decisions. They don't become slaves to circumstances. They set their own direction. The world needs people who can think clearly, stay strong under pressure, lead, and create. This isn't magic. It's built by learning a little every day. 1 hour of focused study can be more powerful than hours of mindless work. If you start today, in a year, your mindset, habits, and personality can completely change. Now, let's talk about one of the most important parts: financial education. Here's a hard truth: being a good person isn't enough. Without money sense, you'll keep struggling. The world often values those who are financially smart. Schools teach many things, but rarely how to save, invest, or increase income. That's why millions work hard all their lives, but never escape financial stress. Remember, if you don't learn about money, you'll always work for those who have. Financial education isn't just about getting rich. It's about living wisely. Learning how to earn, protect, wisely use, and grow money. When you understand money, your fear lessens. You stop panicking over small issues. You plan, save, find opportunities, and slowly build a stable future. Financial wisdom gives you more than money. It gives respect. Because a knowledgeable person doesn't bow to circumstances, they change them. Imagine two people earning the same. Both live in the same city with similar jobs, but their mindset differs. The first spends their salary immediately on showy, useless shopping and short-term happiness. They never care to learn how money grows, what investment means, or how to get financial freedom. The second spends some time every day developing money sense, learning to save, avoid bad debt, invest smartly, and create extra income. Years later, their lives look totally different. The first is stressed at month's end, paycheck gone fast. The second is steadily financially stable, confident, and most importantly, free. Why? Same income, but one chose entertainment, the other chose learning. This difference shapes futures. Now ask yourself, which side do you want to be on? To change your life, first change how you view money. Rich people think before spending. They ask, how can I grow this? Most just chase instant pleasure. Know that true wealth is what keeps earning even while you sleep. That's the difference between income and real wealth. Learn to track money, make a budget. Understand the power of small savings. Start side income through one extra skill. Develop long-term investing habits. Financial freedom doesn't happen overnight. It's built by small, smart decisions every day. And remember, no miracle will change your finances. Luck isn't a plan. If you don't build financial strength, you'll always work for those who have. Spend a little time daily learning, and in a year your mindset and finances will improve. You'll realize money comes not just from hard work, but from smart work too. Now let's talk about the second biggest power: skills. Today, people get paid more for their usefulness than for how many hours they work. What matters is what problems you can solve. That's why skills are your true wealth. Many stay stuck financially because they don't become the kind of person the world needs. Positive thinking or motivation alone isn't enough. If you lack skills that people pay for, long-term progress is tough. So ask yourself every day, what new thing can I learn? What skill can make me more valuable? Because in today's world, skills are the new currency. Imagine two people competing for the same opportunity. The first says, I'm hardworking, just give me a chance. The second says, I can solve your company's problems, boost sales, design, create content, or influence people. The world always picks the second, because the world runs on value, not emotions. The good news? You have more learning options than ever before. Thousands of free resources online. You can learn video editing, digital marketing, public speaking, sales, graphic design, AI tools, web development, freelancing, or copywriting. Start small. Learn for half an hour daily and practice for half an hour. After a few months, your mindset, confidence, and earning ability will change. Most fall behind because they want success without improving themselves. They wait for the right time. But truth is, the right time never comes. Change starts the day you start learning. If you're struggling now, don't complain, learn. If you feel lost, don't waste time. Build yourself. When you make yourself valuable, the world can't ignore you. Now let's talk about the root of every success. Mindset. Many work hard, but don't progress. Some make huge progress quickly. The difference is often internal, not external. Their thinking is different. Mindset is your mental framework. It decides how you view challenges. One person breaks down seeing problems. Another finds lessons in the same problem. This thinking creates two very different lives. Many stay average because they never learn to strengthen their mind. They give up at small failures, compare themselves constantly, and make decisions based on emotions. Your mind is like a battlefield. Every day, fear, laziness, doubts, worries, and distractions fight you. If you don't discipline your mind, these always win. So make mental toughness your daily training. Read good books. Write down your thoughts. Ask yourself if your thinking pushes you forward or pulls you back. Watch people who stay calm under pressure and understand their mindset. Remember, life isn't about events, but your reactions to them. Your reaction shapes your direction. Wrong thinking makes you weak, reactive, and unstable. Right thinking makes you calm, strong, and dangerously focused. Finally, the most important, emotional education. Many ruin their lives because of their emotions. Someone breaks relationships in anger. Someone misses chances out of fear. Someone can't handle criticism. The reason? They never learn to understand themselves. Emotional strength doesn't mean feeling no pain. It means controlling yourself despite pain. When others break, you stay calm. If criticism shatters you instantly, your emotions control you. But when you start understanding yourself, you learn to stay balanced in every situation. That's true power, controlling your mind, emotions, and direction. When a person is mentally balanced and emotionally strong, tough situations don't break them. They make them wiser. They pause before reacting, compose themselves, understand the situation, then move forward. That's the difference between weak and strong people. Circumstances are often the same, but reactions differ, and reactions shape futures. Ask yourself, what things shake you inside? What words, people, or situations make you lose control? More importantly, why? Sometimes our current problems stem from childhood experiences, old fears, or wounds of rejection. People grow up, but their scared inner child still makes decisions. Many run from their emotions instead of understanding them. They suppress pain, hide anger, and then break over small things. Emotional education means understanding yourself. When upset, ask, not run away. What am I feeling? Where did this feeling come from? Is it because of now or old experiences? Spend a little time daily understanding your mind, and your reactions will change. Instead of blurting in anger, you'll learn to pause. Instead of breaking from criticism, you'll learn from it. Instead of seeking others' approval, you'll become strong in your own eyes. That's true emotional freedom. Most are prisoners of their emotions. Fear stops them, jealousy eats them, overthinking drains them, but those who understand themselves are free inside. When you learn to handle anger, sadness, fear, and insecurity, your decisions change. And a person's destiny is shaped by decisions. So don't just work on your dreams, work daily on your inner peace. Because if your soul is restless, external success won't bring lasting happiness. Now let's talk about the education that's most needed today. Market understanding. Remember, the world pays you for your usefulness, not your hobbies. Success doesn't always come doing what you love. It comes where your skills meet people's needs. Most people focus only on what they like, ignoring what the world really needs. What problems are people facing? What solutions are companies paying for? Which services are growing fast? If you stop learning this, the world will leave you behind. Many hardworking people don't progress because they don't learn to read the changing world. They keep doing what worked years ago, while the world has changed completely. Everything is digital now. People shop online, companies reach customers via internet, and new industries emerge. One person worked the same job for years. It once did well, but times changed, needs changed, and the work faded. Still, he refused to change. He clung to old habits and got left behind. The biggest lesson: the world rewards those who embrace change. If you want to move ahead, learn daily where the market is heading. Which industries are booming? What are people spending on? What problems are still unsolved? Because where there's a problem, there's opportunity. Check online platforms. What are people complaining about? What services are trending? What content reaches millions? These are clues about where the world is going. No matter your talent, if it's not connected to the world's needs, its impact is limited. So learn to update yourself with time. You don't need to change your identity, but you must strengthen your value for today's world. Now let's talk about an area that will define everyone's future: digital education. We live in an era where technology is changing everything. Those who refuse to understand the digital world will slowly fall behind. Every field is online now. Businesses run on the internet, content is made on mobiles, and AI is transforming work. Avoiding technology is no longer innocent. It's risky. If you keep avoiding new tools and systems, technology will replace you. A woman ran her business honestly for years. Her clients were happy, and she was experienced. But when the world went digital, she struggled. She didn't understand online systems or social media and was afraid to adopt new ways. Meanwhile, a young person learned to use the internet, started creating online content, and quickly grew their business many times over. The difference wasn't talent. It was the willingness to learn. If you want to stay strong in the future, start learning digital tools. Canva, AI tools, online meeting platforms, social media, digital marketing. These aren't just extra skills anymore. They're essential weapons. Spend a little time daily learning a new digital tool. Start small. Make a post, edit a video, write a blog, or understand an online system. Gradually, your confidence will grow, and technology will become your strength, not your enemy. The future won't belong just to the hardworking, but to those who use technology smartly. You don't have to be a tech expert, but you must learn enough to understand how the world works today. Finally, the deepest education: self-awareness. The biggest problem in the world is most people live their lives trying to meet others' expectations, but never truly understand themselves. If you don't know who you really are, your true strengths and weaknesses, you'll remain confused forever. Without self-understanding, people try to conquer the outside world but feel empty inside. So the most important journey isn't outside, it's inside. The day you truly start understanding yourself is the day your life starts changing. Most remember their phone's unlock code, favorite dishes, even small childhood memories, but don't know what triggers their anger, which habits block their success, what fears weaken them, or which people steal their peace. The saddest part? Many never figure out what they really want. That's why most don't run their own lives. They just float with circumstances and others' expectations. Society tells them what to study, which career to choose, when to marry, and what counts as success. Gradually, they lose their own voice and live only to meet others' hopes. There was a man who changed jobs every few months. He always blamed his boss, team, or work environment for his problems. Years later, he honestly asked himself, is the problem outside or inside me? He started writing down his behavior, understanding his reactions, fears, and disappointments. He realized his real anger wasn't about his job, but himself because he never had the courage to live his true dreams. That one realization changed his direction. He didn't need a new company, but a new understanding. If you want to start understanding yourself, ask tough questions daily. Why do certain situations trigger such strong reactions? What's my deepest fear? Are there patterns in my relationships, money, or decisions that keep repeating? Are there feelings I've been suppressing for years? What makes me feel alive and energized? What drains me inside? Write your thoughts honestly every day. Reflect, was the face I showed the world today the real me or a fake one built from fear and insecurity? Understand human behavior. Read books and ideas about self-awareness and inner healing. Sometimes sit quietly and ask, what pain am I running from? Because until you recognize your inner prison, you can't escape it. Many spend their lives fixing external problems while their real battle is inside. Without self-understanding, you keep choosing the wrong people, walking wrong paths, and chasing things not meant for you. The most powerful education starts not by understanding the outside world, but by understanding yourself. The day you truly know who you are is the day you stop chasing things that don't match your true identity. Now let's talk about the education you get more from life than books. Street education. Degrees teach rules, but real life teaches experience. You can be highly educated, but if you can't read people's real intentions, the world will use you again and again. Because real life isn't a safe classroom. It's a place where everyone looks out for themselves. School probably never told you that not every smile is honest, not every compliment is true, and not every friend stays a friend. Many people stay with you only as long as they benefit from you. This isn't pessimism, it's seeing reality clearly. A young man worked honestly in his first job. He trusted everyone, shared his thoughts openly, and believed hard work would earn respect. But soon, someone else took credit for his idea. Those he called friends took advantage. He broke inside. The problem wasn't weakness. The problem was never learning the real rules of the world. Later, he started reading people carefully. He learned not to give everyone full access to his life. He set boundaries and realized being good isn't enough. You have to be smart, too. Gradually, he became emotionally stronger and more practical. If you want to be safe and powerful, learn to read people's actions more than words. Recognize psychological games. Understand fake praise and emotional pressure. Learn to stay calm in conversations. Learn to say no without guilt. Build trust slowly, not instantly. Learn from books and experiences about power, strategy, and human nature. Understand body language, silences, and patterns, because often what people don't say is the truth. Reflect daily on your social experiences. Ask yourself, what signs did I ignore today? Understanding life's harsh realities is necessary so you become wise, not bitter. Knowledge from books may make people call you smart, but real-world understanding will make you truly influential. The world respects those who know how people and situations really work. So don't just be good, be aware. Don't just be loyal, be wise. Learn to trust patterns over words. Because many people act, and if you don't know the rules, you'll always be a pawn in someone else's game. Now let's talk about the education that's missing and weakens most people. Foundation education. School gave us a lot of info but little real-life training. We learned to memorize but not handle mental pressure. We learned to pass exams but not to rise after failure. We learned to follow rules but not to think for ourselves. Then life hits. Hearts break, money runs out, people betray, plans fail. That's when you realize academic knowledge alone isn't enough. One student always topped the class and got great marks. People thought he was smart and ideal. But when life dealt his first big blow, a broken relationship, career failure, financial trouble, he fell apart inside. Because no one taught him mental toughness, self-reliance, or emotional resilience. He needed a strong foundation, not more books. If you want to be truly strong, practice what life demands daily. Learn to manage time with the right priorities. Learn to say no without guilt. Don't let failure define you. See discipline not as a burden, but as freedom. Build habits that protect your future. Take responsibility for your decisions. Choose friends wisely. Create systems for your life so your mind doesn't stay chaotic. Most importantly, learn to keep calm inside when the world around you is noisy and chaotic. Because that's true strength. Every day, learn a new principle to strengthen your mind. Self-discipline, mental toughness, deep focus, calm thinking. These aren't just words. They're weapons that set you apart. Stop choosing easy paths. Do things that challenge you on purpose because difficulties don't break you. They shape you if your mindset is right. Read books that change your thinking. Books that don't just give info but make you strong inside. Understand habits, discipline, and mental struggles of great people. School teaches facts, but life requires inner strength to survive. If your mental foundation is weak, external success won't last. Money won't end worries. Fame won't end insecurity. Degrees won't fix emotional weakness. But if your inner structure is strong, you'll get through storms that break most people. So make it a habit to strengthen yourself inside every day. The world won't stop or wait to catch you. If you don't build yourself, circumstances will crush you, and they won't care. Now let's talk about a skill that can make anyone extremely powerful, the art of solving problems. Your future depends a lot on how you think when tough times come. Do you panic or stay calm? Complain or find solutions? That's the difference between an average person and an extraordinary one. Those who break down in problems always depend on others. They wait for someone to fix their troubles. But those who learn to understand and solve problems become indispensable. The world values people who find a way even in crises. This isn't about natural talent. It's about training your mind. You have to prepare your brain daily to simplify complexities, make quick decisions, and adapt to change. Two people faced a tough phase that changed their lives. The first complained daily about unfairness and feeling stuck. The second sat quietly and thought about what new things he could do from home, what problems he could solve, how to be useful. Months later, the first was still stuck. The second learned new skills, started online work, and increased income. Same situation, but one chose excuses and the other solutions. Now ask yourself, where do you want to stand? If you want to be a problem solver, first learn to clearly identify problems. Most panic without understanding the real issue. Break big problems into smaller parts. Separate emotions from decisions. See yourself as a creator, not a victim. Understand your goal backwards. If you want to reach somewhere, first know the steps needed. Learn to plan under pressure. Use logic instead of fear. Solve a small problem every day on purpose. Don't avoid it. The more you run from problems, the weaker you become. The more you face them, the stronger you get. Read stories of people who built something. Understand how engineers, designers, leaders, and creators think. Learn mental models like first principles thinking, the 80-20 rule, and long-term thinking. These help you see complex things clearly. Every night, ask, what challenge did I face today, and how could I handle it better? This practice sharpens and steadies your mind. Most people just talk about problems, but winners bring solutions. The world doesn't need more noisy people. It needs calm, quick thinkers who make wise decisions in crises. The good news? You don't need to be a genius for this. Just practice daily, improve yourself, and keep learning. In the end, the difference is clear. The complainer stays stuck. The problem solver moves ahead, gets promoted, creates opportunities, and leads. If you educate yourself daily, you can be that person too. Most people live far below their potential because they never built the habit of learning. They wait for a teacher, inspiration, or the right time. But the truth is, no one is coming. You have to be your own teacher and set your own direction. Because if you don't move forward even a little every day, you're slowly falling behind. So now the choice is yours. Will you keep wasting time without thought, or invest it in learning? Will you just talk, or actually change yourself? Will you watch others succeed, or take charge of your own life? The world needs people who stand up, keep learning, grow strong, and lead the way. And that doesn't start with a big event. It starts with a small step, a page read, a new idea learned, a right decision made. Remember, learning a little every day is more powerful than years of wandering. Time slowly changes everything, and if you keep improving daily, one day your whole life will change. So don't wait. Start now. Take a small step, but keep moving forward. Because your future is watching the choices you make today. Don't let it weaken. If this message inspires you, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with someone who needs it most today. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified first about more powerful videos like this.